Hello, friends. I have loved this assignment, and I'm a very big fan of CRMs in general. Salesforce is a great one, and the different sales jobs that I've had the opportunity to work in. I've had the opportunity to use these CRMs and see the impact that they have on organizations to help bring success to the overall goals that they're striving to achieve. So, as part of Group 3, we were assigned to do the modules on great management and trust and influence. And so I'm going to dive into a few of the takeaways that I had from each of these modules that I was able to complete. But I wanted to start out by sharing a story, one that I'm sure that you are each familiar with, but it's the story of Jesus when he calls Peter and Andrew to follow him, to lay down their nets and follow him and the influence that he has, so that they can begin their journey and be set apart and become profound apostles that have an impact on the overall church. So I'm going to read here the verse when this is taking place and share that with you, as I then will lead into the discussion, the things that I'd like to share with you. Matthew 4, chapter 4, verses 18 and 19 read, "And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon, called on Peter, and Andrew his brethren, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And they said unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." What I love about these verses here is that so oftentimes in our life, Jesus asks us to follow him spiritually, to have faith in him, to keep the commandments, do these things where we're spiritually coming closer to him. But I love how here he demonstrates a physical follow me. Peter, follow me. Follow me and I will make you fishers of men. And I love how that ties into trust and influence as well as great management. I think the Savior was a perfect example of this. The Savior invited people through questions. He served them through love and cherished the relationship that he had with them, which are all great attributes and characteristics of the things that I'm now going to dive in and talk about. We've all had to influence someone at some point in our lives, whether that was a colleague, someone that we met at school, someone in the workforce. We've had to use our ability to persuade them to do what we felt was right. And so when it comes to influence, influence is the ability to affect the thoughts, behaviors, and decisions of others. And so in this module, we specifically talked about management when it comes to employees, people that you're working with in the workforce, to help be on the same page as you so that you can achieve the goals that you're striving to achieve. It plays a very crucial and important role in leadership and driving organizational change. Change can't take place without management that's willing to have that influence on those that they are with. Managers today most often influence across departments, roles, and even cultures without having formal authority. So just being there, being who they are, allows them to have the impact, which was something that really stood out to me in the modules, is the real influence that management can have on people's lives. And so I'd invite you to take just a second here to think about different positions that you've been in. Think about your managers and think about, did they have a positive or a negative influence on you, your life, and your time at that job? When it comes to influencing people, the modules that I had the opportunity to look over and learn about talk about 5 main ways that these styles can be used to influence people. And I like to refer back to this as a toolbox. As a management toolbox, you have these 5 different styles, which are each a different tool. And based on the situation that you're in, you can pull out and use the tool that you need to. So there's collaborative, need for shared goals and buy-in, assertive, urgency or critical decisions, analytical, logic, and facts needed, accommodating, seeking fairness and trust, inspiring emotional connection, or big vision. So each of these are a different style, and so depending on the situation that you're being faced with, allows you to reflect, adjust, and use the style that can help you have the most impact for that situation. The last little one that I wanted to touch on, one of the main points that stood out to me, was being able to build trust through influence. Being able to influence and have people on your side so that when you share an idea, they are able to think that it's a great idea and want to do what you would like to have them accomplish. Trust is earned through consistency, empathy, and competence. So as you show up each day striving to build that trust through your employees, being consistent, showing empathy, showing them that you care, you can win over that trust, earn over that trust, and have them be on your side to accomplish what you want them to accomplish. Different styles can build trust depending on the situation, what is taking place. Your strengths, your attributes will allow you to have an impact. And influencing well requires listening, adapting, and validating others' perspectives. And I think that's an important part of the modules that I took away as well, the ability to listen and adapt, to truly understand what those in the environment are saying to you, being able to adapt. Maybe it's something that they thought you were going to say, maybe it's a totally different direction, but how can you adapt to still have success in the moment based off different perspectives? So peers, friends here, there's a few reflection questions that I have for you that I'd like you to take a minute to think about a little bit. Number one, which influencing style do you naturally lean towards, and how could you expand your range? Which one of those five, if you have to go back, go ahead, go back, look at them, check them out, look them up, learn about them. There's so much great information on them, but which one do you lean towards? Number two, think about a time when you needed to influence someone but struggled. What style might have worked better? And third, how will you build trust and influence effectively in your next leadership role? Just wanted to finish this video off with sharing how powerful and impactful I know these different modules are, how these concepts and principles can have a great influence on our life. As I've had the opportunity to go through, to learn and read about them, I couldn't help but think about our Savior Jesus Christ, and what a perfect example he was of influencing people for the better, managing them and having an impact that not only left them as better people, but left a lasting impact on their lives, where if they truly continue to follow what he taught them, they could be changed for all of eternity.